Dick and Jane. See, said Sally. Said Sally is up, up, up. This is fine for Sally. Kindergarten was hard for me when I was 5.
Why?
Because I worked so hard, and I keep on getting the wrong answers.
You kept getting the wrong answers. Did you like to do homework when you were in kindergarten?
No.
She has 5 activities to do every week. This is called stick tap. So it's got sticks with a circle on either side or in the middle. And she puts a stick down here, sit straight. And she has to tap with her right index finger the circle and say if it's left or right or middle, and then tap the side of the stick that it's on. So you can go. This finger.
Left, middle, middle, left, middle, right.
Okay. Is there anything popping out?
Oh, the outer circle is popping out.
The outer circle is popping out?
Uh-huh.
Okay, can you still see the third circle?
Yes.
What she's trying to do is converge her eyes so that she can see a middle circle in between these 2 circles. Got it? Macy's main problem with visual processing disorder was the function of her eyes, the efficiency of her eyes. Her left eye bounced 33 times every 10 seconds. Her right eye bounced 17 times every 10 seconds. She couldn't focus. So if you have to look from the board to the paper, she couldn't copy from the board to the paper. She also couldn't do math or read because her eyes moved all over the place. So she could never see what was being taught to her. So the way she coped with that was at her school they did a bunch of stations, and she wasn't a student that could just go to a station and do the work. And if she went over to the station that looked hard, she just got up and walked away and would help another student clean up. So she really didn't learn a whole lot in kindergarten. I knew in preschool, when she was in preschool, that she didn't recognize letters or numbers, or she got them mixed up, or she would just guess. But I thought it was more a developmental thing, that she just wasn't ready. And then we had her tested for Geneva to go into kindergarten, and the headmaster there told us that she was pretty sure something was going on with her. She didn't know what it was, but she knew that it was something and that we should have her tested and maybe start here. We had her not here at OCBT, but we start with visual perception or start with the OT. So we tested there, we tested speech and language, everything. She came back within normal limits. So we started kindergarten. After the first 9 weeks, they put her in intervention, and because she didn't know her letters or their sounds. So she caught up with the letters and the sounds by December. But they're just showing one card with one letter. So they're showing a picture of a horse with an H, and they're saying, so she can see one thing. It's when you get a bunch of things that she can't see. So she learned all of her letters, and then they took her out of intervention, and she was back in the regular classroom all the time. And then she just went downhill because they began learning sight words and began starting to read And she could learn a sight word, but when you put, if you had them all on a separate piece of paper, I like my mom, one word at a time, she could do it. But if you put the sentence, I like my mom, she couldn't read it. She'd be like, I, my, la, my, I lie. I mean, all of the letters would start. She would know the sounds of the letters, but they would keep moving. Her eyes would keep moving around to different letters. So she wasn't sounding them out in the right order. In the beginning, she completely avoided everything she could. She avoided any kind of homework. She avoided everything. It was either I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, I'm tired, I can't, I don't want to, my leg hurts, ouch. I mean, everything, she would avoid it completely. Once she started therapy, after the first 8 weeks of therapy, we put her in tutoring because she retested at Geneva and got in. She began to learn so quickly because she was seeing properly and she realized that. So she's really intent on doing her therapy and doing her homework, and she has a whole lot of stamina now, and now she knows that she can do it. So she is the most diligent, persevering child I know, and it's still hard for her. But she does. It takes her a lot longer to do homework than it does her twin sister. But she never gives up. She's always working hard now. But before, when she was having problems, she did everything she could to not do anything.